Hey, we're rolling.
We are rolling.
Chris, you're not in.
Chris is not in.
I know. Lonzo doesn't care if I'm in the shot.
I really
Because
don't.
you don't care on
Yeah.
social media.
Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. You know, we probably should have angled the camera so we didn't get part of Tara's bare wall. Maybe Patrick should just stand up and cover the white spot up there.
While you're at it, Patrick, shut that door so we don't get the echo from the hallway.
I like the echo. Test 1, 2, sibilants. All right, Upstate Pulse coming up at 7 o'clock, 7 to 9. Big show. We will be talking about the after effects of the eclipse. A certain rapper had some problems with the eclipse. We're going to talk about him. And while doing it, we're going to introduce you to a new cheese. We like doing that.
We do.
We like a new cheese. You're going to like this cheese. It's
Did
an
he
awesome
watch
cheese.
the eclipse like a man?
Yes, he did. And that's what we're going to talk
Yeah.
about. I'm not going to tell you his name. You have to wait till the show starts to actually hear what we're talking about. We are also going to. I had a wonderful hospital experience this week, and I don't think I've told Chris everything. But,
No.
But maybe
in fact,
I have,
you've told me barely anything.
which on purpose because there's a story behind it, and it's actually pretty funny if it was somebody else.
You texted Patrick more than you've told me.
It's because I'm better.
That could be it. All right, and let's see. We are also going to be talking about. We're going to be introducing our put together a word of the day intro. So we have a couple words of the day. Chris is going to do a word of the day, and then I have a word of the day.
I don't.
He doesn't because
It's always the same word.
yes, and we can't use that on the air. Let's see. We also are going to be
Flaccid? We can say flaccid.
We can say flaccid. I was thinking of something else. In sports, we're going to be talking some WWE, of course, Nerd Roundtable, a ton of stuff to talk in there, a lot of Batman type stuff. But during this pre-show, what time is it? Yeah, we got time. I want to talk about something that Chris found, and it is the world's highest paid actors.
Guess who's on the top of the list?
Don't show it to Pat.
That guy. That guy right
I
there.
knew it.
Who is it?
Marky Mark.
How'd you know that?
Mark.
Don't call him Marky Mark. It makes him mad.
Mark Wahlberg.
Do you guys think that Mark Wahlberg deserves to be the highest paid actor?
No.
None of us went to see the latest Transformers because I like Mark Wahlberg and some of the stuff he's in. When he's playing the straight guy, but he's still funny.
Yes.
His straight
I
guy
agree with you.
funny is great.
Yes.
Loved him in the other guys, and there's been some other stuff that he's been in that's been really good. I think
He's a decent dramatic actor, too.
yeah, he's not bad. Does he deserve to be number one? I don't know. I mean,
He made the most money.
I was gonna say he is, but if you're out there and you're watching this,
now-
if someone asks you for the first, just come up and ask you who you think the highest paid actor was, I think a lot of people would say Dwayne Johnson, because that would
That
have
was
been
last year.
Yeah, that would have been the first person I said because The Rock is in everything. He hasn't made Morgan Freeman or a couple of the other Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jackson. He hasn't.
Sam Jackson.
He's not at that level.
Especially in the 90s. Sam Jackson was in everything in the 90s.
But The Rock is getting it. Feel free to jump in, Patrick. He's just relaxing. He's like security or something.
But it's important to note that the list of highest paid actors is not necessarily the same as the list of best actors.
Not even close.
And if you want to have a conversation about who deserves to be on which list, the list of highest paid actors is very, very simple because it's just numbers.
Well, it has to do with how well their movies did and how many blockbusters there were.
Well, and frankly, to be fair, how much actors get paid in Hollywood anyway is largely a function of how good their agent is. So if you've got a better agent who can negotiate more money in your contract for you, then you're going to get paid more.
Well, The Rock comes in at number 2, or Dwayne Johnson, who, as we talked about, I think it was last week, or where he covered up his Brahma bull tattoo, which was sad. It was. The new bull looks awesome, but it's
Almost kind of frightening.
it just means that he's turning his back on wrestling. I guess.
Number 3, do you have number 3? Do we want to go through, say, the top 5?
We got time.
We got time. Number 3, Vin Diesel.
See,
Not a shock.
not surprising.
Again, not
I
surprising.
mean, would you consider Wahlberg an action hero though? Because 2 and 3 are definitely action heroes. I know that Dwayne Johnson plays in some comedies and stuff, but most of those he's doing something physical in, like Baywatch or
Right.
Yeah, I feel like
something
Wahlberg's
like
a mixture.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Wahlberg actually has a kind of a broad palette. I mean, you were talking about his comedic chops earlier. He's like I said, he's been in a lot of really good dramas. The Departed, I think, was won an Oscar several years ago. Anyway, And he does action films. I can't remember having seen him in a sci-fi.
Transformers.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's sci-fi.
How's it not sci-fi?
No, you know what? That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Anyway, who's number 4? Looking at my list, and
Number 4 is Jackie Chan. What?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah.
Adam
Jackie
Sandler
Chan.
and Jackie Chan round out the top 5.
What the heck has Jackie Chan been in lately?
What has Adam Sandler been in lately?
Netflix.
He's been doing a lot of
He's
Netflix
been doing
stuff.
that's, you know what, and I don't know, maybe I'm selling Netflix short, but I would not expect that to pay as well.
A lot of actors are going over there, so
maybe it's true. I also happen to have included in my list. I've got the not to be outdone highest paid female actors. Emma Stone, number 1, just won Best Picture for La La Land.
Makes sense.
Or not Best Picture.
Best actress.
Hey, I made the same mistake.
Moonlight Best Picture.
The Oscars did. Anyway, sorry, Best Actress for La La Land. Not surprising there. Jennifer Aniston, number 2.
Really?
Still hot after all these years.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
she's had work done, but she's still killing it. Jennifer Lawrence, who, if memory serves, was number 1 last year, drops to number 3.
She wasn't in as much this year.
She was not. No, she wasn't. And that, again, that has a lot to do with how much you get paid. If you do 4 films in a year,
there's also
get paid
a
more.
couple of series that she's a regular in didn't have movies this year.
That's
like X-Men and what you call
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games is done. So.
Yes, Hunger Games is over. Melissa McCarthy, comedian extraordinaire, that she's kind of the it thing right now when it comes to female comedy.
So disappointed. Actors. The only reason why I was going to watch Saturday Night Live this year was to watch her do her thing, and since someone quit or got fired, I can't remember.
And then Mila Kunis is number 5.
Yeah, I can see that.
So there you go.
I mean, she gets paid a ridiculous amount to do Meg from Family Guy.
Does she really?
Yeah, she does.
That's, you know what, that's not really that surprising either, I guess, because that show has been on forever. Those, I mean, the people who produce it probably can name their own price.
And by the way, going back to the male actors, you got Chris Hemsworth. You got
a lot of
like Tom Hanks is actually on the list, but he's number 12, and Sam Jackson drops to number 13, which is a little surprising, but I think he's in a movie right now with Ryan Reynolds, which looks pretty funny.
And Bodyguard.
I came across a list that was the top 20, and I was surprised at how many comic book based movie actors there were in it. Chris Pratt, Chris Evans. A lot of different.
You were in there.
Yeah, I'm on the list. Not only do I have an IMDb credit.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
Good for you.
Another Chris Evans. Anyway, it seems because they're really focused on making a lot of comic book stuff right now. Those are the people that are going to get paid a lot of money.
Of course.
Very true. Speaking of getting paid a lot of money, it's not us, but we need to go get ready to do the show. We've got a few minutes, got some setup to do. So thank you for watching the pre-show. Sorry we're not making tinfoil hats today.
No. But I still have mine. Look,
Chris still has his tinfoil hat. Last week was awesome doing a tinfoil hat. And Patrick has a tinfoil plate in his head, so he doesn't have to make one. That's how it works. All right, Upstate Pulse.
When did you guys do that?
Upstate Pulse. Coming up 7 to 9, 106.3 WORD. Tune in.
Did y'all do it while I was asleep?